Hello and welcome back to Thoringer's channel. Today I want to show you a battle of Zavo from RELSH in his Cromwell B. It's of course an ace tanker battle. The minor achievements were Fire of Effect, Duelist and Bruiser, and the major achievements were Pool's Medal, Defender, High Caliber and Top Gun. So let's see how he did in the team score. He did 1538 raw XP and did 3151 damage. And here we come to the explanation how he got so many raw credits. And basically we see here he had from a distance more than 300 meters over 2000 damage. And how does he do that? Well, he shoots premium ammunition. Otherwise you cannot hit tanks like the Churchill III, Churchill VII, KV1, KV2 reliably from that distance. So, without further ado, let's look into the battle. We're here on Live Oaks on the northeast side, and we see that he teamed up with another Cromwell B, and he asks basically players to help him here to go to the railroad tracks. Why railroad tracks? Well, the railroad tracks are important because it is an easy way to stay undercover and get fairly close to the cap, while on the north side there's a town, and that's more for heavy tanks. So he's getting into position right now, and the position he is checking for is a bush that is right before that first bridge on the east side. From that bush you can basically see the enemy movements if they decide to do the same thing and go to the railroad tracks. It's one of the key positions. So if you actually are on the other side, especially as artillery, you want to pre-aim behind this bush. Now, if you pay close attention, he did not shoot immediately at that medium tank. He waited until that medium tank was behind that second row of bushes there on the other side, so that he can basically not counter spot at the same time. Now you could get spotted by a different tank, but not by the tank that is basically behind a bush that's too far away from you. Remember, everything 15 meters and closer will disappear as cover when you shoot. Everything that is further away will basically keep your cover intact. His team realized that the southern flank can be overmatched by the tanks that came down here, and that's exactly what they do. Now here's a good move. Look at this. He's ram killing the tank destroyer and shooting the medium tank, and it's over. Now he's shooting at that tank destroyer, KV2, still with normal ammo. The M3 Lee here on the side doesn't stand a chance. And now the question what to do. This is a make it or break it moment for this game. The enemies overwhelmed his team in the city and in the center. So dangerous situation. He has to go back, because capping is not an option. The cap zone is on an open field, so you cannot just sit there as long as there's tanks that might be able to see it. But they are not capping yet, so he's taking some distance shots onto that Churchill over there, and still with normal ammunition, even on this distance, he's doing fairly well, because the Churchill is not turning. Well, now he's tracked anyways. And he got him. So, since they are not capping, he's thinking about advancing. That was trying to get a lucky shot there. Didn't work. Another Churchill. And now he's changing to premium ammunition. It's just too far away, and you see, even with premium ammunition, he cannot penetrate that Churchill. Cap is started, and both Cromwells are going back to the on-cap to defend. You have to. There's just no other chance of turning this battle into a success. You have to go back and defend your cap. They have the support of a Churchill here too, but that's only Churchill III, I believe. I didn't really pay close attention here. So, very aggressive, being out in the open here. And you see that the stand on the cap is still there. Nobody drove over it. You shouldn't leave it like this. I mean, if you don't have to go out of your way, drive over that thing. People can hide behind it. It's a little bit easier now. You can actually shoot through it. You lose just a little bit of penetration. But it's just, no, drive over it. If you have the chance, and it doesn't hurt you, just drive over it. Makes it easier. And cleans him out. One more. That was a hit. You couldn't see it hit the ground behind. And another kill. So now there's only 3 tanks left. Tank destroyer and I believe 2 heavy tanks. So you don't want to go directly for them. You want to stay somewhat in cover. So there's 2 versions of that. Either you stay here a little bit in the ditch, or you go on the top. Heavy tanks, of course, have a certain advantage. So ditch would be also my choice. So he's still shooting premium ammunition. At that point, of course, you want to just maximize your performance. You know you have already an extraordinary battle, and I wouldn't take chances either. He tries to shoot the tank destroyer here, but he's ditching below the line, and so tank destroyer is gone. One more was seen last time between cap and city, and that's where he's heading. There's a bridge for the tank destroyers that usually have early shots from the other side, the other team, to the northeast team's heavy tanks that go into city, and that's where he will go for, so he can see where the enemy Churchill is. And if you look closely, he's going here into the ditch, so in case that heavy tank moved and can see him, that he's in cover, and he's aiming for a bush. Now he will basically connect the last shot and win, and that will be the end of the battle. Thanks for watching, and until next time, please subscribe on Thoringer's channel.